In our 45 years since independence, Singapore has evolved from a tiny fishing village to a cosmopolitan global city. Remaining open and welcoming the world into our little tiny island is necessary for Singapore's survival, but it does come with many problems and challenges. Participants at the Singapore Perspectives 2011 conference shared their thoughts on what being a global city means for Singapore.
To me, there has been a palpable sense of loss of identity and nationhood in the last few years because of the pace of change in Singapore. In our aim to be a global city in the last few years, there's been a drastic change in Singapore's landscape. We can track the population changes. In 1990, there were 3 million people here. 10 years later, 4 million, and now it's 5 million. In 1990, citizens made up 86% of the population. This last year, it was 63%.
One of the consequences of having casinos, despite all their positive economic benefits, is that they will entrench an underclass, leading to a widening in social divisions. Given Singapore's small size and population density, these divisions tend to be perceptually magnified many times over.
Other factors such as competition from foreigners and other countries also posed a challenge.
To me, to become a global city is to actually attract a lot of investors, international players. So Singapore have to be really good at something so that we can continue to attract people. It's about attracting more investors because with emerging players like China, it may be more difficult for us to continue to attract them.
Foreign students come to Singapore and score well. Recently, O-levels, 9 of the top scorers were from China, and many Singaporean students especially feel very threatened by them and feel demoralized.
I think an issue is also our aging population. Yeah, because right now we are very dependent on our working population, but in 20 years' time, or 20 to 30 years' time or so, yeah, they will be moving up, as elderlies as well. So I think it's challenging for us.
DPM Wong, who made the keynote address at the conference, mentioned 3 principles we needed to hold on to in order to make our way forward in this new global landscape. Number 1, preserve what is distinctive and unique about Singapore. 2, ensure that growth and change benefit Singaporeans. And finally, be prepared to make adjustments along the way. The details of his speech are in our next 3 clips.